2022 was a pretty big year for the Switch. I mean, we got 2 new Pokemon games, Nintendo Switch Sports, Splatoon 3, Xenoblade 3, Kirby in the Forgotten Land, a new Mario Rabbids game, and so much more. But what's in store for this year? Well, we don't entirely know, but we can guess. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. In this video, I'm gonna be predicting Nintendo's 2023. Hope you enjoy. Starting off with a pretty obvious one, I think we're gonna see some form of DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Sword and Shield got its first wave of DLC about half a year after it launched, and I would really be surprised if we don't see some form of announcement or teaser for Scarlet and Violet in the coming months. What this DLC will be though is a bit more of a mystery. Many people are pointing to the giant landmass seen connected to Paldea, which is widely believed to be the Kalos region from X and Y, and people think that the DLC will take place there. People believe this is Kalos because the countries Paldea and Kalos are based off, which are Spain and France, are connected very similarly in real life. But who knows? While I personally would love for this DLC to take us back to the entirety of the Kalos region, I imagine the DLC will only focus on a specific area of Kalos, as including an entire region as DLC is a pretty big ask. If we were to go back to Kalos though, I'm sure we would see the return of Mega Evolution, as that's what the region is known for. Maybe we can even see Mega Evolutions of some of the new Pokemon who debuted in Paldea. It would be perfect. Moving on to something not as obvious, I genuinely believe we're gonna get a new 2D Mario game this year. It's been over 10 years since we got New Super Mario Bros. U, and with the movie coming out this year, releasing a 2D Mario game to coincide with the film would be perfect. I've made an entire video detailing what I think this game could look like, which you can watch here, but the TLDR is this game would not be a part of the New Super Mario Bros. Series and would be just its own thing. The game would feature a brand new art style, have online multiplayer, bring back tons of fan favorite power-ups, and overall breathe new life into 2D Mario. I imagine this game would be announced in a direct in February and possibly be slated for an April or June release. Along with a new 2D Mario game, I really think this year is the year we'll at least see the announcement of a new 3D Mario game. I mean, Odyssey turned 5 years old a few months ago, and we have absolutely no word on if a 3D Mario game is even being made. I think E3 would be the perfect time for Nintendo to announce a new one, and maybe slate it for a release around holiday 2023 or early 2024. I don't care if it's Odyssey 2, Galaxy 3, or even something completely brand new. I just want a new 3D Mario game, and this year is the perfect year to announce one to build the hype. My next prediction is a bit of a smaller one, but it's something fans of this game desperately need. And that's new content for Nintendo Switch Sports. The game launched with less sports than Resort, and so far they've only added golf for DLC. I'm pretty confident we'll see the announcement of 1 or 2 new sports for the game in the next Direct. I imagine the sports added will be boxing and baseball, as they are incredibly popular, and I mean, who doesn't want to fight Matt again? And on the topic of sports games, I wouldn't be surprised if we see another new Mario sports game released this year. I mean, we got Mario Tennis Aces in 2018, Mario Golf Super Rush in 2021, and Mario Strikers Battle League in 2022. The only core Mario sports title missing is baseball. I would love to see Nintendo return to the Mario Slugger series this year, albeit in a different way than how they returned to Strikers, because Mario Sluggers on the Wii is a very underrated title. I really hope this game wouldn't follow the free update model like every other Mario sports game on Switch did, but I really doubt it won't. Overall though, the game would be a perfect summer release for Nintendo, and the inclusion of online multiplayer would be incredible. Moving on to my next prediction, Donkey Kong. We've been hearing about this rumored Donkey Kong game for years now, and I think now is finally time for us to at least see what it is. Lots of people are saying it's a 2D Donkey Kong game similar to the Donkey Kong Country series, while others are saying it's a 3D Donkey Kong game similar to Donkey Kong 64. Regardless of if it's 2D or 3D, I feel like it's been long enough for us to at least get confirmation of its existence. Maybe similar to the 3D Mario game, we'd also see this new Donkey Kong at E3, and it would be slated for release in early 2024. I don't know, I just feel like it's the right time we see it. On to my final prediction though, we have Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games on Nintendo Switch Online. Back in early 2022, it was discovered that Nintendo had a completely functioning emulator for GBA games just sitting in the Switch's files. So with that in mind, it's not really a question of if Game Boy Color, and GBA will come to Switch, it's a question of when these consoles will come to Switch. Personally, I think this year is a perfect year to introduce them, but who knows with Nintendo. I imagine when these consoles do release on Switch Online, they'll be part of the expansion pack, because I mean, why wouldn't they be? With a handful of games at launch, with more being added in the future. The big question though is if they'll add the mainline Pokemon games like Red, Blue, Gold, Silver, Crystal, etc. to the service, and if you'll be able to transfer Pokemon from those games into Pokemon Home and the new ones as well. I imagine if they announce Game Boy on Switch Online this year, it'll be in September like they did with N64 back in 2021. And those are my predictions for Nintendo's 2023. I think this year has the potential to be one of the best years for the Switch, with games like Tears of the Kingdom already confirmed. But I'm curious to hear what you think. What are your predictions for Nintendo's 2023? Leave a comment, I read every single one and would love to hear your thoughts on this. With that though, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you feel like it. I'm trying to hit 10K by the end of the year, and every subscriber helps.